Hey everybody, it's Saria here with a short video about Diminish, and it could dive into some slight spoilers about what has just been posted on that channel yesterday, so small warning there. And the usual warning of, if you don't know who Saria is and why they sound like Will, then maybe just delete my channel from your memory banks, I mean. And of course, as usual, the unfiction nature of Diminish is one of the main reasons why today's topic is what it is, which is, you know, kind of an unfortunate situation born of the unfiction realm. To cut right to it here, I am referring to the fact that because Will is starting to reveal, like, in more clear terms that he's in a really, really rough spot in his life, more people are coming out of the woodwork to suggest that Will open up crowdfunding opportunities or a Patreon such that people can throw money at him. And I've been seeing this coming for years as I've been planning out this part of Diminish, and at first I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take the money for myself, I might as well give it to people that I know who are in his situation. But as I think about that now, as it's actually happening, I don't think there's any morally just way to do that, because people think that it's going to the person Will. They're giving their money to him, not to anybody else. And I just don't know if there's any way that I can actually open up a Diminish-sourced platform for people to throw money at because of the massive weirdness associated with that, because this is an unfiction. Because so many people still clearly don't realize the unfiction nature of this, and even if they did, it just feels strange to go as Will asking for money, and Will is technically a real person, but not literally. When it comes to people's money, I feel like that's going a step too far. So while I, of course, immensely and deeply appreciate the fact that people are so willing to help out Will in this way, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring myself to open up those avenues for people to actually give him money. If you do want to help support my friends who are in a very similar situation to him, then I have a Ko-Fi or a Ko-fi account that you can put some money toward, and I can have a better, easier time of actually funding them and their efforts and their plights, because that's actually been getting a bit rough for me. And also, I should stress that I am not in as bad of a situation, as dire of a situation as Will is, because people have been wondering about that. Because the line between unfiction and reality in Diminish is so incredibly blurred, and people just genuinely don't know so often when I am in kayfabe, and that's, you know, the thing is that the kayfabe in Diminish is still based so much in reality that it creates these weird situations where I feel like I'm just constantly in a morally gray area with playing with people's emotions, and honestly, I've grown to hate that. It's made it really difficult to think about Diminish at all, which has made it hard to work on it, but that's neither here nor there. The main issue here is just, you know, in essence, people are asking for ways to give Will money, and I just don't think that that's a morally just thing for me to do, with it being an unfiction and with Will technically not being the person that they think they're giving the money to, with that situation not exactly being the IRL situation that they're giving money to. And that's just another one of those things that I've had to think about because of Diminish, and that I can share with you my experience with as it's all happening. And I wish I could give you a more sunny outlook, because I feel like there are a lot of things that unfiction by nature just sort of morally prevent, where fiction would just be no-brainers with. Like, yeah, earning money from your fictional works is just, you just do. Why wouldn't you? In so many different ways. Sponsorships, just getting direct money from works being bought, crowdfunding, it's just, those are things that people just do when they are creating things. But when it's unfiction and the line between reality and the work is so blurred and people don't understand exactly what is happening, it's not something that I personally am willing to dive into, I think. And it's something that I've already considered years back when I first monetized the Diminish channel. I was like, I'm only doing this because I am going to be giving all of this money away to charities or to people who need it, who are in situations like Will. That's the way I kind of justified it to myself, that it's like, if I'm going to do this at all, it just feels less gross to me personally if I channel the money toward those means. But when it comes to people directly focusing their money toward an incredibly specific cause, and that incredibly specific cause isn't exactly what they think it is, then I just have to draw the line, I think. And this isn't me trying to set a standard necessarily, because I think this issue is incredibly dense and incredibly, it has a lot of layers to it, and I don't want to just like create the end all be all for how this situation should always be handled by everyone, no matter what the unfiction work is. But for me, for Diminish, and the way people see it specifically, and the way it affects people, this is just the way I'm handling this issue. And I'm just presenting that here on the Saria channels, in case people are wondering why that's not happening if people are asking for it. And that creates the really awkward situation of how do we get this information to the people who are asking for it without kind of like destroying the whole unfiction nature of everything and possibly breaking their hearts. That's Diminished, baby, and that's the reality that I've been living for the last 5 years, and it's been really difficult. I'm sorry. That's about enough of that. It's supposed to be just a simple video, but I always end up dragging things out and spewing so many more words than intended. But yeah, for those who are worried about me because of what's going on with Will, I'm mostly okay. I mean, broke as well, but I have support, and that's the thing. Will doesn't. That's one of the key differences between us. So I'm probably going to be okay, and Will's going to be back, and Apollo is not going to be alone forever, because that was very genuine. Actually, what inspired me to make the update from Will was a fan art that I believe was done by Valdi Doan, that was incredibly poignant with just expressing how incredibly alone Apollo has been for so long, and that lit a fire under me, at least for a short while, and it's gotten me more inspired about Diminish than I've been in a long time. Not to say that I haven't been thinking about it every day, but it's just because of how difficult Diminish has been mentally, because of all of the different things that are orbiting it, like morally and emotionally for so many people. It's been really hard for me to be able to get up for it. And that's not the only reason why I haven't been working on it. There are a lot of reasons, which is why it's taking so long, so often for Act 2 to actually do things. But you've heard all of that already, and I guess that's about it for now. Thank you all so much, as always, for caring and for supporting all of us, not just me, but Will and Teddy and Apollo, and I will see you again soon with all sorts of different stuff, because Diminish is the most important thing I've ever made, probably, but it's not the only thing that I have made and will make and am working on, so plenty more to come. I still stream pretty often, so link or something. Thank you all so much, and have a beautiful one. I wish you all the best. Dream on, folks. Peace.